How to earn money from super follows on Twitter. Who would have thought that the world's most powerful social media website would allow its users to earn money? You guessed it right. Twitter now allows its users to make money just by putting up tweets for some special followers of any individual. This monetization feature is surely going to compete with similar posting features of YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram in the near future. There are only a few monetization initiatives on Twitter that have recently been launched. Super Follows, a Twitter money-making program that began on September 1 this year, is one such example. Though it is currently limited to the United States, persons living in other nations will be able to benefit from it in the future. In this video, we are going to tell you about Twitter's most recent monetization facility that it is providing to its most loyal users. So without any more delays, let us get started. So, what exactly is the deal with Super Follows? Twitter users will be able to charge their followers for access to additional content using Super Follows, bonus tweets, access to a community group, a newsletter subscription, or a badge demonstrating your support are all possibilities. In a mock-up screenshot, Twitter depicted a scenario in which a user pays $4.99 a month in exchange for a set of benefits. It's seen as a means for creators and publishers to get compensated directly by their followers, according to Twitter. How do super follows work? People on Twitter can pay to super follow you if you are chosen to participate in the super follow test group. They'll get rewards from the individuals they super follow, such as bonus content and interactions. When super followers respond to you, a badge will appear next to their name, making it easier to recognize and engage with them. People who pay to super follow you may pay you a part of the revenue. But what are the eligibility criteria for participating in the Super Follows program? Accounts with Super Follows will not be available to everyone. It is only available to people who meet the following criteria. Have a minimum of 10,000 followers. If you haven't yet reached that milestone, you'll have to continue tweeting for free. Within the last 30 days, you've tweeted at least 25 times. Remove yourself from the equation if you aren't producing regular content. Are based in the United States. You must be at least 18 years old. Currently, only iOS users are eligible for the Super Follows program. Who can sign up for the program as of now? At the present moment, the number of people who can apply to provide Super Follows subscriptions is restricted to those who live in the United States and meet the minimal requirements if you are eligible. Go to the main menu of your Twitter app and fill out an application. If you are eligible but not chosen, they'll put you on a waiting list. What fee will Twitter charge its users to get through the Super Follows program as commission? According to the Twitter blog, if your earnings from this program are less than $50,000, Twitter will take at least 3% share. But if they are more than $50,000, Twitter will maintain a 20% portion. This initiative, however, is currently only available to iOS iPhone users who are citizens of the United States. As a result, they will have to give up to 33% of the money from the Super Follow program to Apple's App Store. To put it another way, those that make money through this program will only receive 65% of their earnings. If the Super Follow program works in its first phase, it will be expanded to include countries other than the United States. What are the different subscription prices that Twitter has to offer to Super Follows enthusiasts? You may personalize your subscription by including features that your audience will appreciate at a price they can afford. Super Follows can see tweets you make especially for them and join subscriber-only conversations for a monthly subscription of $2.99, $4.99, or $9.99 US. Because Twitter pays creators through Stripe, so you'll need to create or link a Stripe account in order to be paid. What type of content should you write to earn well from the Super Follows program? You must be wondering what kind of post you should make to earn well from the program. Anyone who signs up for this can give subscriber-only tweets, including activists, journalists, singers, content curators, writers, gamers, astrology aficionados, skincare and beauty specialists, comedians, fantasy sports experts, and more. In the end, the stuff you generate is all up to you. Here are some examples of content you could include in super follower-only tweets. Share your thoughts that aren't scripted. Extra tweets might be used to solicit ideas and opinions. Only your super followers will see your personal responses. If you are a makeup influencer, you can always upload premium tips or tricks for your super followers who would definitely appreciate those. Footballers or other sport influencers can upload behind the scenes or nutritional suggestions for their super followers. Similarly, gamers can provide the best of their tricks in specific games so that their fans can learn from their expertise and soon become big players on their own. The possibilities that Twitter's super follow feature are immeasurable. It is just that your content should not be too mainstream and worthy enough for your fans to subscribe and pay for. See what happens to those who do not subscribe to super follower programs. Will they still see your tweets and replies? Non-subscribers will be able to see your regular public tweets, but not super follows tweets. They won't be able to see any super follows tweets that are delivered through link or direct message. Non-subscribers only see extra comments on your super follows tweets when super followers co-tweet or retweet them. They won't see any of your super follows tweets being retweeted. Instead, they will be told to super follow you so that they may see your super follow tweets. Seems like a complex equation, but soon, it would be a very common feature for famous Twitter users. We will soon get the hang of it. Will this feature come to Android and web platforms? When should you expect it to come? Tweeting to super followers is only available to iOS for those in the initial test group who give a super follows membership. Subscribers can only buy a super follow subscription and view super follows tweets from an iOS device from now, but they hope to expand on Android and the web as we grow. What is the minimum payment time or threshold? There is a $50 minimum payout requirement in the United States. If you don't reach a $50 mark, your account will roll over to the next month. Please keep in mind that when chargebacks are successfully processed, account balances are modified. If Apple uses a subscription refund, account balances are also updated. Superfollow subscribers contributed roughly $6,000 in the first 2 weeks after the function was launched in September. But this is not the first time Twitter has started a monetization facility for its users. Before this, Twitter came up with the tip jar feature. The tip jar does exactly what it says on the tin. A new tip jar icon will display on the user's profile once it has been enabled. Twitter isn't handling any of the money processing on the network, so users can choose from Bandcamp, Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo to pay for their tips. If you have the option of displaying a few or as many of those options as you choose on your profile, the function is described as an easy way to support the wonderful voices that make up the conversation, according to the business. For starters, only a restricted group of people can receive tips, according to Twitter, which includes creators, journalists, experts, and nonprofits. However, the feature has been criticized for revealing personal information, including email addresses, because the payments is handled through those third-party networks. Several Twitter users discovered that tipping a PayPal account reveals the tip sender's postal address to the receipt. In other cases, the recipient's email address could be seen, whether or not any money was sent. This was a flaw in the first monetization plan of Twitter. Those who use Twitter in English will be able to give a tip from the time being. Those who have enabled it will see a tip jar icon to the left of the follow button on their profile page. When you click it, a list of the aforementioned third-party money transfer apps will appear. The opt-in feature will appear in the mobile app and allow qualifying consumers to select which payment platforms they want to accept. In addition, Android users will be able to send money using Spaces, Twitter's Clubhouse competitor. The corporation claimed it will not take a cut of those transactions. The addition comes as the service strives to expand its capabilities as a content creation platform. In addition to the audio function, Spaces, which was recently rolled out to a larger audience, Twitter has been attempting to compete with Substack with its own newsletter-style product. Twitter also attempted to provide its artists with monetization using their Ticketed Spaces feature. Ticketed Spaces is a means for Twitter users to show their appreciation for the time and work they put into hosting, speaking, and regulating public conversations. Tickets purchased on Twitter for the producers' Ticketed Spaces can earn them a portion of the cash. What do you think about the super follows feature of the micro-blogging platform Twitter? Do you think it is a much better option than the Ticketed Spaces feature or the tip jar facility? Tell us in the comments section below. Also, we hope you got to know everything about Twitter's new feature. If you did, please click the like button below, followed by the subscribe button. Finally, the bell button next to you ensures that you never miss any of our content. You may also share our videos and come back to see what else we have to offer. See you in the next video.